How you guys doing? Welcome to Different Bottle Folk. My name is Rev. Y'all know me as Kyrell, whatever y'all want to call me. Welcome to the show. It's our first ever show. We gonna show y'all something real quick.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? You already know me. It's K. You can call me King K or Carrot Top, as I call myself. You never know. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun talks today. So let's get started. But we're gonna pass it on to my man's next to me.
My name is Jumbo. Yeah, ain't that much to say. We start the podcast. I'm just saying,
My name's Tan, aka Kenzo. You know, here to make laughs.
Really? But that's
Yeah.
what I came up with.
Yeah.
My name's Herb. Everybody knows.
Alright, so basically what we doing today on our first episode, we just showing everybody we introduce everybody to ourselves, our backgrounds, and like all of it, like how we came to meet each other.
The whole shebang, you know everybody.
Everything about it. Yeah. So I want to start with you.
Like, you want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to go
like,
first. I want you to go first. So you can pick any one of them. Like just.
What's the question?
Alright, so the question is, I did say the question.
He did.
Yeah,
Technically did.
I did say the question.
He started it off, and then y'all just started talking about the whole shebang, you know? Like,
I know how your moves.
So the first question is, tell everybody about you, Ken. Tell them about your background. Tell them about like.
I mean, my favorite word, flamboyant. Y'all already know that. Look at me, Carrot Top. Y'all already know. I mean, I chill. I don't go outside no more. I used to be so.
That's how you went like I don't know outside anymore.
I'm just chill out there. Just be in my own little corner, my own little world. It's the only niggas that get me outside is these niggas right here. Half the time I don't want them to, but you know it happens. It happens. But let me talk about how. Well, I want to start with. Let me talk about how I first met Tam, yo.
I think you gonna bet me in my life. You know,
This fine young gentleman, you know, he's smart, got a good head on his shoulders, you know. But when he came to my class, he looked extra stupid. I'm not even
Okay.
You talking about Tank, right? Him right there.
Samuel.
Not him.
Wait for the story, bro. Wait for the story. So, mind you, this was 7th grade. In my 7th grade class, y'all was with me. Man, y'all know I always had the little desk at the back. Ain't nobody touched my desk. I had 2 tables. I had my seat and then I had my desk.
For his food and stuff, like.
Nah, that's when I wanted to play my PSP or something, man. I wanted to take a nap in class, man. Mr. Williams was that dude. But this nigga Tan just walked into my class, and like, first off, he walked in looking sleepy as hell, and he just looked sad, yo. Like, he just been through a lot. Mr. Williams looking at him like, yeah, you can take a seat back there, brother. First off, it was bad as hell. Mr. Williams kicked me out of my seat like that nigga take my desk. Then all through our class, I gotta hear little people walking up to me like, hey, yo, bro, that's your cousin, that's your bro. What? Yeah, he look just like you, huh? Like, yo, first off, I got hair. This nigga don't got a lick of hair on his head. Well, my boy, he's not boy. You know what? He done changed that. But nah. I ain't like. So I had a little animosity towards him at the beginning, but then I don't know. I just realized that this nigga was some goofy ass nigga. I started having gym class with him and all the other classes and shit, and this nigga Tan was just goofy, bro. It was just hard to not like this nigga.
My story with meeting this guy Tan right here. So it's like gym. We in 7th grade, and me and Kay we hooping on our side. It's relevant on me. This guy 10. Like it's like in between the game. All I hear is, yo, this nigga boogie. All I see is nigga 10. And then he go for a layup. And then after that, mind you, gym open and all of that. We go to language arts. Mr. Williams, he transferred to our class after that. Mr. Williams sat him down. I'll kid you not. 5 seconds. We was not even quite 5 seconds. 5 seconds 10. So I'm sitting here like, this can't be the same bro who we was balling with. This can't be the same guy we was balling with.
And you got me preserved.
And then Mr. Williams talking about he said, they got realized this young man right here, he like to sleep a lot. But it's okay, he gonna wake up in detention. I'm like, ooh.
Yo, no matter where I go, bro, I'm doing detention. I slept in the assembly, put me in detention, bro, for
But
no
my thing-
reason.
My thing was, me and Tan used to live in the same apartment building, and he used to have the key. Like, we used the same complex. I used to live at Tan Hills, but I just lived on the first floor. He lived on the third. So the front door, Tan had the key for that. So in order for me to get home, I had to wait for this nigga to get off detention. So, like, there would be days where I was like, yo, this guy better not fall asleep. He better not fall asleep. He better not fall asleep. We get in, Mr. Williams started talking. I look to my right, Tan. Gone.
Bro, we
I'm
don't
like,
forget,
"Ah,
we don't act like he don't sleep too. Okay? He
Bro, he used to sleep too.
Yes, bro, he on a whole slice of apple, like, alright, do this assignment. Popping out and stuff, sleeping. Bro, I'm kid you not, I forgot who, but someone standing on the table, goofing it all while he was sleeping, bro.
Alright, but if anything, we just wanted to like shift over to June, man. So,
With Ted, I don't got that much because he was in my class, but like, same thing. Like, there's not that much to talk about. I just remember him. I remember he had the same math class. I don't remember her name because she switched him. I just remember his gloss. I don't remember the other name.
Yeah.
But like, yo, anytime I used to do my work back then, but anytime, bro, this man was just sleep, just gone. It, like, it's not that much I can know of it then.
Nah, but for me, I think everybody knows Tan is sleeping. Like,
Oh my
it's
God.
that has been the moment where you be like, damn, Tan.
That's
already?
Ted. Like,
But you be talking to him, you look left, right? Next thing you know,
right, he gone.
on. I'm like,
didn't he be in
damn.
the church too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
No, I was saying, well, was he there with Rodney too?
Yeah, nah, with Rodney, man, that was the funniest moment of my life. Rodney dialed him up. He was like, yo, isn't that me, bro? I heard a lot about you. Rodney turned around. Turn back around, Tan, gone. For 2 seconds, not even 5 seconds. And he's like, yo. He looking at me and Kay like, yo, he good?
Yeah, that's him, bro. That's
like,
bro, I don't
he's like,
know
yo,
why.
I thought he was dead for a minute.
Nah, we
I don't
told
know why,
you.
when he picked me up from church, bro, and we started walking, I automatically get sleepy, bro. So I'm like, ah, man, bro. As soon as I died running down, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just take this sleep real quick.
Nah.
We got pushed over
To the we gotta push over to the freaking favorite memory. Let's see. That favorite memory had to be when this nigga was on the court. We passing him the ball, this nigga fell asleep running. How the hell you no dead ass. Don't even lie like it didn't happen.
What? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I need to hear these.
No, it was like
I
what,
think-
6 to 9?
I think it was 6 or 9. There was one day, like, Tan was super drowsy. I know what he's talking about. Tan was super drowsy. And then we was running down the court, and I seen him. So I gave the ball to KK, launched it down there.
This nigga
Tan's like this. I was like, can his eyes closed? I was like, he missed the pass. And it passed by and skipped his face. I guess that won't come up. But he's like, oh, he's goal. But I know what K's talking
Bro,
about.
I ain't heard cat, bro. Like, y'all be coming to my house so casually and so random. Like, I'll be like, yo, how did I get in my house, bro? Like, I'll be asleep at the time y'all in my house, bro. So,
Ted,
when y'all
man,
run,
I don't want to say it out loud, but you know why we just walk in. I don't want people
Just walk into your
walk in, bro.
well, like, I ain't gonna, like, I don't remember, but I do remember the time y'all called me when I was asleep. I'm like, yo, we got like, I wake up, I see him just looking at me like, yo, damn.
That's how I got that one picture of me, like me behind the refrigerator, me in front of the refrigerator. Tay was asleep, and I don't know why.
Bro, no cap, bro. Y'all be in my crib playing my game while I'm asleep. I'm like,
Yo, so-
niggas trying to wake us
so-
up. I'm not gonna yell at you every time to wake you
Yeah,
up.
we was trying to wake this guy Tan up. Me and Kay came over. We was trying to wake him up because we had practice for summer league. This guy's asleep, and I'm like, Kay, we got 2 hours for summer league. Okay, we playing 2K. Mind you, the door wide open. I don't know why the door wide open. Like, we came in and knocked on the door. Like me and Kay walking upstairs like, fuck it. We just closed the door. We closed the door, locked the
was I by
door.
myself?
Obviously, you was by
Did
yourself.
someone recently left then? Like, they left the door
Yeah,
open.
and then we just chilling here. This guy Tan wake up. I got lyrics. And then I'm looking, I'm like, okay. Look,
That nigga went right back to sleep.
but if anything, if I have a favorite memory with the guy right next to me right here, I would, like, when I first met him, I'm gonna start off when I first met this guy. It was 6th grade, and I just came, like, I just transferred from, like, Irvington and all of that. And I I know nobody, so I was like, yeah, I'm not talking to nobody. This guy right here is this guy right here is lunch. I think if y'all know Pierre took his milk carton. Pierre took his milk carton, and Pierre, like, K, for one reason, he was always bullying this nigga. So K took his milk carton, and Pierre took his milk carton. He's walking away with the milk carton. I guess he calling K in or something. My son K come through, get the milk carton. What? It's right in front of the milk carton. And then he take Pierre milk, but I didn't have the milk. So Ken was like, I don't want this milk no more. He said, hey, yo, Luke, you want the milk? I'm like, chill, I'll take the milk, because, I'm a little thirsty. so right there, I was like, yeah, this over right here, you don't play.
I thought you were going to talk about the day I took my shirt off.
What flavor was it?
It was chocolate.
Oh, because y'all like low fat.
Nah, the milk I smacked on Pierre was white milk.
Wait.
You got what?
No, I'm about to say my story.
Oh, yeah, but so that's the first time I met him. The first time we actually started talking, it was like, we really going to click. It was like, I guess we was racing or something. We was all racing. And this one I used to be real fast. Like, I used to be keeping up with him. And we were running together, and like, K started breaking the sweat, because like, I kid you not, he was kicking everybody out. So I was like, yeah, we race, brother. I gotta make friends here. So me and K, we running, and we keep it neck and neck. I'm like, oh, he bad as hell. And he started breaking the sweat. I ain't seen him break the sweat against Terrell or like Gonzalo or none of them. He's running, and then he's like, oh man, I'm gonna take my shirt off. He took his shirt off. And then all the
running?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
All the girls, I kid you not, all the girls came over like, they're like, oh my God, K got his hair off. I'm like, yeah, I gotta chill with this guy real quick. Real chick baggy.
I'm saying it now, bro.
And then since then, it's been the start of a beautiful friendship. Like, I really go to this guy with anything, but like, if I ever need anything, I know like K got my back, anything. And my favorite memory with K is, let me see, I got so many. It was, I'm gonna go with like a classic one. Freshman year, on freshman year, there was this girl, we're not gonna put her name is, at least not yet. There was this girl I was talking to. And I had detention. I had detention because I guess I came to class late. This guy K came through. He was like, yo, you gotta hurry up, bro. They started walking. And once they start walking, they not gonna stop until they get to Rosa Parks. So I was like, all right, we gotta distract the teacher somehow. So it's 2 math teachers versus me and K.
Wait. So you mean y'all making a plan to leave your class early?
Yeah, so I go see the girl. We was on time.
I was never in school.
We
Like,
was
half
on
the time I
time.
wasn't even in school.
No, this
like,
is detention. You're not listening.
I'm
in
in
detention.
Okay.
I told K during lunch, I was like, yo, I got detention. I don't know if I'm going to be walking with them. He said, nah, we're going to get you out of detention. So it's 2 math teachers. There's me and K.
it was a fat white lady, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you know who won? Me and K. Like, K walked in the classroom. So I'm sitting in the back. So the teacher's got 2 doors. There's the back door and there's the front door. So I'm sitting in the back. I'm looking at the clock like, okay, got 2 minutes, bro. We got 2 minutes on the plan over. K get in here. He get in the classroom. He started talking to the teacher. I'm like, all right, let me get up. So I get up. I try to go for the back door. But boom, the other math teacher right there, right? So I slid the math teacher. Like, I slid past the math teacher. I ran off.
Like how you slid past the math teacher?
The math teacher tried to put his hands on me to put me back in my seat. So he tried to grasp. I said, "Cool." Like you know how June be smacking his hand. Like, hey, so I moved on, and then what K did was when I ran out the door, K didn't have detention, so he slid in front of the math teacher, so the math teacher would stop in his tracks, so he wouldn't be able to catch me. Because mind you, it's clustered. It's like hella dust. I gotta jump over. And then I gotta recover after I like land off that jump, like
You make it sound like it's some parkour.
You had to be there with me. Like, I was really jumping over the bed and all that.
You know this one, girl?
At the time, I was wilding. You crazy. And as soon as I run out of the classroom, because you know, at OPA, like a certain time, all the doors are locked, and there's only one door you gotta leave from. And that door is far as hell.
The shit was on the other side of the
On
hallway.
the side of the hallway. So I get out, K leave, the teacher's running, K close the door to the teachers, and we started running. The teachers running after, yo, me and K hit the left, we had a sharp left, and we was out at school,
I ain't
bro.
gonna lie, I was a little
You got
scared.
slammed
I
out
ain't
there, right?
slim. No, I ain't slim.
That's it. No, I'm saying like you did all of that and then you just
But
came back to
yeah,
it.
I get suspended.
I ain't
Wait,
get
what? They even
suspended.
suspended? No, what?
Actually, no. I did go to school the next day, but I didn't go to math class the next day.
That wasn't my math teacher. Wait, oh, that was you.
No, that wasn't
That
my
wasn't
teacher.
his teacher. So second block, I had bad second block. So it was like, damn, I'm gonna do that. Fuck, I'm just trying to gym. Like I'm sitting in the gym, and I was scared because I was like, yo, they gonna call my mother, but yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it at this point. But nah, that was probably my best memory, and we caught up to the girls too.
Now, time for kid, alright? So, I'm gonna just say the most funniest moment because me thinking about it now, I don't know why I had to do this. So, I first started coming to Orange with these people. Brad been telling me about, oh, let's go to Orange, play, you know, we go back. And he talking about this court. He made this court sound so extravagant, right? And we ended up at this booty ass court. What was it called again?
Bradford?
Yeah, Bradford. The thing got like, you know how the middle garbage can, it looked like they cut the top of it and had it as a rim. I'm just like, yo, the court was on a hill, so going downward. I'm like, bro, this park is booty. And now that we walked mad far, I thought the thing was like, first of all, bro is a professional liar. Bro is a professional liar when it comes to destination. If the date is 10 minutes, it's an hour. Alright, but we're not even gonna bring up that argument.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so I walked mad far. I don't even know where I'm at. I'm like, yeah, they gonna walk me back home. And Kay lived my way. But now y'all, I'm not sure you remember this. In order for me to even go home, Kay like, you gotta slap on him. I'm like, why?
Where was I at? Where was I when this
I don't think he was
happened?
taking that walk, bro.
Oh yeah, I keep I forgot when, but
I started seeing you like later. But yeah, so I'm slapboxing K, but I'm just like, I didn't even want to slapbox, so I don't even have the energy. And he over here trying to be a whole fiend, so I'm like, oh, like, it was just dumb. It ended up a whole time because, to be honest, I wasn't even trying to be slapbox.
This nigga longer than me, I wasn't really trying to do it no more. I'm like, damn, this nigga longer
Nah,
than me.
I knew, the funny thing, I knew that you didn't walk with. I'm like, nigga, you don't got the choice, bro. I know you going the way to East Orange. That's all I know.
Alright, so you can pick anybody in this room.
Alright,
Your best memory.
best memory?
Your best memory and when you first met them. Anybody in this room.
I should have picked the memory. I was yelling at this nigga.
Anybody in this room.
But mine was both in elementary. That was the first English for me.
My best memory is with Ralph. So basically, in 9th grade, we were some badass kids. Badass kids. And like, there was a spot. We ain't gonna say the spot, but it was a spot.
That was 8th grade year.
I was 8th grade,
Yeah, that was 8th grade
Oh,
year.
no.
I know you talking about the spot next to the gym, right?
No, I'm talking about, what's it called, near Patrick's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was, we was doing a hit on our spot, right? It was me, Kay. It was me, Rel. What's it called? My friend Gerson and
That was 8th grade year, bro.
That was 8th grade.
It was 8th grade?
That's when we was making them runs.
Yeah, that's when we making runs.
What's it called? It was me, Carell, Gerson, and my friend Ronnie. So I went in, took what I needed, and went out waiting for these guys. I'm like, I waiting like I was patient. I come back, I see what's it called? My Gerson and Ronnie going to the counter. Carell's next to
that, yeah, that's not good.
I know it was not good. Carell's right there's like a few inches from the door. Before he could get to the counter, all the candy dropped. As soon as it dropped, he's like, Kui. Bro, the fact that the Carell is right in front of the door, a few inches from the door. They beat Carell to the door, and Carell was like, as soon as they beat Carell to the door, they pushed me out of bed with them. I'm like, as soon as we got further, I'm like, yo, where's Carell? I'm like, oh man, I think we left him. I'm like, bro, we should go back. I'm like, nah, I ain't going back from that. As a friend I am, I took responsibility of getting this guy. I come back. I remember you. Bro, so basically, all we
You
had
didn't
to.
have to. You didn't have to do that.
I know.
So basically, the manager of this, of the location, told us that we had to call our parents. Corral didn't want to call his parents. He was trying to find someone. But he didn't want to give it up. I'm like, yo, just give her a number, bro.
My thing is, you talk about like you trying to incriminate me. That's one. You trying to incriminate me.
I'm not trying to incriminate you.
After 8th grade, I had retired. 9th grade, I didn't do nothing. I retired from doing all this special like businesses. I had retired.
I retired too, bro.
I
You want to do one last
Listen, y'all try to do one last run.
So 9th grade, they try to do one last run, is what they say. I went there for moral support. I was going there to look to see if they got it. I ain't touch nothing. But the fact that I was there by association, that's when I really figured out.
look guilty by association.
That's when I really figured out, like, yo, being guilty by association is really serious, bro. Like, that's when I actually was like, damn, I ain't do nothing, but since I know these niggas, and you know me, I'm from the hood. As soon as something happened, they call it. I'm like, I don't know him. I don't know his name. Who's that? It was like him. I thought he was a girl. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah. So basically, what's it called? I called my mom. I kid you not. What's it called? My mom walked. My mom don't walk. My mom don't walk. I love you, mom. My mom.
Hold on. Where y'all at right now?
What's it called? It was on near Scarlet Road. What's it called?
That's like 15 minutes. That's like
My mom don't
No,
walk.
that's a 30.
Like
My mom don't walk. That's the point.
No, but I'm just saying it's 30 minutes and your mom don't walk to like a 5-minute thing from your already.
That's why. Well, my mom lazy. Now
She was moving with purpose, right?
So she came. She's like, "What you doing here?" It's like, I kid you not. I'm like, she looked at Brown. She turned away, looked at me real quick. She's like, she didn't say nothing. I get home, bro. My mom started giving me a speech. I'm like, yeah. She started crying. I don't know why, but when my mom started crying, I emotionally started crying too. And then next thing you know, what's it called? Next thing you know, she put out a TV court. Started spanking me. So, long story short, what's it called? I got beef with the nigga, bro, because, I thought it was a good idea to come back for the man, bro. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, like, when you did that, what made you, like, you thought you were going to go and grab him, escape everybody, and, happy ever happened.
But look, the only reason why I got caught is because she was like, yo, let me see your bag. Me, I ain't take nothing. So I'm like, I ain't take my bag. Like, I ain't touch nothing. She took my bag and she was like, all right, now you gotta wait for the cops to get here. There's something in my bag. So I was like, fuck it, you can keep my bag. I don't need that shit. I don't even like the way that shit look. It's bread. I don't got no bread shit in my house. And I was like, wait, when the cops find some shit with my name on it?
How you gonna tell her? He was thinking about that.
But like that's as soon as she took it, I sat there, I was like, damn, the cops found my name on this shit for real.
I did touch something, but like I said, she couldn't. I did it so smooth. She was like, I remember you with him, but I couldn't. But you left, so I couldn't tell you. So I'm like, what? So you have no evidence against me?
And this whole time, I kid you not, Charlie, if you watching this, I think Charlie is the smoothest nigga I know. Charlie was with us too. He came with us.
All of us.
Nah, you ain't come. You ain't come that time. The last one we did, you ain't come. Charlie was with us. He walked inside. He looked. He walked outside. And by the time everybody was leaving, Charlie was halfway home. He was halfway home.
Yeah?
He was halfway home.
No cap. I didn't even know Charlie was in there, bro.
He was halfway home, bro.
Smooth criminal.
But it's your turn. Pick anybody.
I gotta go with Rel. My first memory probably in the back of Rodney's car, hearing this man's problem. I was young, bro. I'm like, damn.
Sounds about right.
I was about right. I'm like, I think I was in a relationship at that point, but I was like, yeah, I got problems. But then I had this problem, and he wasn't in a relationship. I'm like, I got it pretty good. It's not bad.
I definitely do remember it. Like now, hearing that phrase, like I remember, like Herb would be like, yeah, mine's not bad.
Oh yeah, what's going? What's going? Usually you leave it on, I think PYD or something like that. Urban tagged along, right?
Yeah, Urban was with us.
I was quiet. And I
He
was
was
like,
in the back, while I was in the front seat talking to Rodney about everything, and then he's just getting like, damn, this nigga got a bag. Like,
I'm like, dang. I'm like, I can give you my input, but you're just not listening. So it gonna end one year, out the other. I think that's my favorite, like, funniest memories of me. It's camp 2, the camp year.
Oh, like the 3-day one?
The 3-day one, and then going into the full 5
So
weeks
PYT?
with,
Yeah.
that jump was hilarious.
I think I know what you're about to say. So, was it when I made that little bet about, you know who? Or,
Yeah, bro. And plus, when PG went to the Clippers with Kawhi, we had to wake you up that next morning like, you ain't going there, bro. That trip was hilarious. Everybody came to Rel and was like, it ain't it, bro.
Yeah, so we all in the cabin together. I could piggyback off this because it's also my favorite memory with Urban. So, summer of 2019, we had mad camps to go to. Like, we had the 3-day one, the 4-day, 3-night thing. And then me and Urban became like mentors at a PYD camp.
Mentors.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
like 5
the
weeks.
summer camp, right? The
Some
summer
kids were
camp.
annoying.
I used to
So basically,
I used to
mentors
pop-
babysitting.
No, they're not little kids. They're like
They're like a couple of years younger than us,
they're
bro.
like 14 to 18.
Keyshawn.
Like, yeah,
Keyshawn
it was
age
around,
up.
yeah.
14 to 8, 14 to 19. Yeah, Moose is aging up. But yeah. So we at camp, and
Who's Moose? Don't worry
Shut
about it.
yeah, so like I remember like back my it's the like first day and me being a seminar the first day, and they talking about like go around and introduce themselves. And so we introducing ourselves and telling them what church we from. Like, yeah, my name's Kyrell, I'm from Embassy and Orange. And Herb's on the other side, and Ronnie's like in the front too. So it's me and Jerry. And then like they go to the people behind me. And then so there's this one bad girl, she said, oh, I'm from, we know who it is, but I'm not gonna say the name, because I'm not criminating anybody. She like, oh, my name is, and I'm from MLC and Orange. So I break my neck. I'm like, I break my neck like that. I'm like, and then I know Herb on the other side all the time.
I'm like, yo, because you know when you like go to something for so long and someone's like, yeah, I'm from there too. I'm like, no, you're not. I know everybody there.
And then like Rodney got the little Jimmy Butler face. He said, like, we never seen her anymore. So as soon as that happened, I was like, yeah. I texted them that night, and you know all the guys are in the cabin together. So there was 2 things going on. I met her, and this is when the Kawhi sweepstakes, when nobody knew where he was going. And I was like, Kawhi saying it to Toronto. Like, he's dumb if you don't say it to Toronto. And I was like, he's not going to the Lakers. So that happened. So it was that night, and around like literally like 20 minutes before Kawhi got like announced it, because Kawhi announced it at like 2 in the morning, like, oh yeah, I'm going to the Clippers, and I'm bringing PG with me. I texted her, I was like, yo, I bet you I got a number or a social media account by the time we get off the camp. And he said he won't. So I took that as a challenge. I took that as a challenge. So I'm like, all right. And then I fell asleep. Next thing you know, I wake up in the morning, Ralph. Mind you, it's 5 in the morning.
Yep.
It's 5 in the morning. Everybody, yo, Ralph, get up. Kawhi went to the Clippers. I'm like, no, we didn't, man. I'm just going back. They're like, get up, man. He went to the Clippers. So I'm on the top bunk. So I jump off the top bunk, and I go to my phone, I grab my phone, I'm like, oh, he really went to the Clippers, bro. He ain't going to Lakers. And he took PG with him. And I'm like, yeah, it's over. New chairs. I was back
They
to
still
sleep.
ain't winning.
So what happened?
Still hasn't happened.
So what happened with the bet?
No, what happened
Look,
to
look,
the
look, look,
Clippers?
But and with the at the camp, like me and Herb was already close because we had a PYD like young mentor like build up thing that we went to with Rodney. So they was building up young mentors. So me, Herb, and someone else was picked. Third person didn't go. So it was me, God, Herb, and Sister Carlene. We all went. And me and Herb really bonded. Like that's really where I was like, I got so much respect for this guy now because I see why they picked him to be a leader. Like I already knew why they picked me. Because I'm me. Like, come on now.
As long as you don't say that one word, I can
Like, I knew it was going.
I knew that's where it was going. I was
I
like,
knew why they picked
cut
me.
that out.
But like now that I see why they picked him, like Herb has a good head on his shoulders. He's smart. He knows how to take initiative, and like it was just all of that. So
Speaking facts right now.
I
This is being praised on that.
can see, like I see why. Okay, I see why all the people are being mentors pick this guy to come to this trip.
This is what you need to.
So we coming back. Fast forward back to the summer of 2019, and we at that summer camp, the PYD camp. While we like our first roles as mentors. Yo, these kids was annoying, bruh. Like, I don't have no problem with the kids because I just brother would be ugly. Some of them was good, but
Keep it about. All right, some of y'all was good, and then some of y'all was bad.
Some of y'all was bad.
That's not everything.
like,
I still love.
I see where John's coming from. He's like, yo, I hate kids. Like, bro, I used to be a kid, and John used to be a counselor, and he'd be like, yo, when you become a counselor, don't like the kid. Like, hate the kid. Well, so it was one day, like, me and Urban was just, Ronnie went on, so me and Urban had to take his spot, as like, we had to make up the lessons and stuff. So we was making up the lessons, and I was like, yo, this is actually pretty fun. Like, this guy right here is really like he matches up to like I say K. When it comes to like when I'm at church, he's like my version of like someone I can go talk to like K. And he was already in the car with me and Rodney a bunch of times, so I'm comfortable around this guy. So we making all the events for the kids, we talking to the kids, all of that. And like I don't know if this is exactly what you was going with. The kids playing dodgeball. And we playing dodgeball. We watching the kids playing dodgeball. Me and Earl on the side.
Wasn't I there?
Yeah, I think you did.
I definitely came in that game when they played dodgeball.
No,
I was there when we played dodgeball.
You wasn't there when we played dodgeball with the campus, because I know.
Oh, not with the campus, not with the kids.
So
the kids.
one of the campus came back, and Earl don't like this kid. We're not gonna name his name. Earl know what I'm talking about. But he came in, he was talking mad smack. He was like, "Yo, I'm about to come kill y'all." So he cocked the ball back. They caught the ball. He got out, and then they tagged him back in. Yo, I kid you not, this one kid on the other team, he can't cock it back through the ball. The ball hit the kid right in the face. He fell back there and was crying, bro. He was crying, son.
Right, bro. You gotta stop dodgeball after that. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It was worth it though. It was worth it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't get to play dodgeball anymore, but you get to hit the kid you did.
But go ahead. You can pick anybody in this room. Your favorite memory. Go ahead. It's like shoot.
First memory.
First memory, favorite memory is of you. You pick one too.
I got you. Alright, let me see. Let me start off with jokes. You know, I get high too much. My memory blurry, yo. Shit. I got hella good memories with you, though. I ain't even gonna cap. Now I gotta find the true first memory. Cause I ain't gonna pick the same one as you. You know what, bro? I'm taking too long, bro. Yeah, I'm taking long. So let me go with my favorite memory.
You know with that Jeopardy thing when you take too long?
Oh, chill.
Oh, you should have paused. It's like you made it naturally. You like, never mind.
Alright, but let me go with my favorite, one of my favorite memories of you. I think I'm gonna choose. You know what? I'm gonna go with the summer. When we was in the summer, we was summer league shit.
Oh.
Yeah, this is when I was working at 5. I don't know what it was. I swear to God, them burgers had me playing different. Them burgers had me playing different.
I appreciate your ability to be
Burger. So
Remember these kids.
yo.
Where did that come from though? Like,
But yo, it was like my first day ever coming back to Central with this nigga. He wanted me to come to the park because there was some girl there and she was knocking niggas' heads off. So
She wasn't knocking my head off. She wasn't.
Nah, I give him that. She wasn't knocking his head off. And then once I got on his team, she was knocking his head off. But I got there, mind you, I got I got the non-slip shoes on. I got the non-slip boots on. I got my Five Guys shirt on under my hoodie and shit, yo.
yeah, wow.
And I had jeans on, I had khakis.
Yeah, but the one thing about Ken, that nigga always had some sneakers in his bag. So he put sneakers on, and he got dressed. But he had to take the hoodie off. He's like, damn, I'm gonna wear this Five Guys shirt. But he like, you know what? I'm just gonna be wearing this Five Guys shirt. So anytime he scored 5 points, he like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Guys.
I would be upset to guard you because I know you smell like peanut.
This nigga, I don't know what you said to me, what made me want to play against this girl, but it's like, he said something to me that got me fired up. Like, he's like, it was basically like, whenever, he's like, yo, you gotta play good, bro. It's a girl, you playing against a girl, you can't be ass, and you gotta show up. I'm like, man, I don't know, I just ate a burger, I don't know what I'm about to do.
I was like, I remember I was like, yo, Kay, if she kick your ass, she gonna have you bringing her $5.
Yo, I was upset. Yo, I smiled, y'all know I don't shoot. I don't take threes. I'd rather take a layup or take like one of my little mid-range shots. That day, every shot I pulled up was a three. I was just dropping threes, yo. And every time she came and guarded me, I had to pull out a move. That's when I actually used a fucking sham.
Yeah, I feel bad for her because it wasn't like she was playing against me and Kay. Me and Kay was playing against each other. And we on the same team. So we was just going crazy. Like,
we just made a bet to ourselves, like, yeah, I can't let her dog me.
So she was just on the bad end of it. She was getting her ass kicked. I feel.
And she had some goofy nigga on her team that upset me.
We was busting his ass too, and then she had this poppy on. Like,
he kept talking shit like, yeah, I know you can't shoot.
Three. 2 on 4, bro. It was like 2 on 4. Like, our other two teammates did not score. They do nothing. Like, me and Kay was really going crazy.
I'm participating.
They just there running. They was doing their cardio at that point, bro. So the girl Bob on the corner, she's like, come on, you gotta kick on it. And then I think I hit the game with it over, cause I don't know what it is with me, but since I was little, I like late time shots, bro. Like late time, give me the ball. Like,
whenever the game by the end, look for brother. He's like, yeah, I'm here.
Yo, I hit the game with it over. I'm like, come over real quick. We go up to her mother. I'm like, yo, you better bring your daughter back to the gym, her personal trainer, everything, but don't bring her back to this part until she guard me, or she guard him, or she guard that Spanish nigga over there. She can't do nothing with us. You know me? Yeah, she can't do nothing with us, bro. She not like you.
Nah, he was on the other side.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, she can't do nothing with us. She can't guard. And she was on all that back too.
Yeah, them days I had Janobi looking at me like, yo, what you been doing? What you been eating?
So,
peanut oil burgers.
I know exactly for the first memory too. The day, yo, just talking about this nigga I get to this nigga locker, yo. This nigga opening his bag. All I see is Rel pull out a big ass knife out of his book bag. In the middle of the hallway.
I need to get in the house.
Bro, kid you not, bro. Bro, kid you not. I'm coming. I got expelled from charter school. Listen, parents and people who want to take the kid to charter school. If you in the hood and your child is bad, don't even try. Okay? I wasn't bad. I just didn't want to try.
Tan can back me up on this. The doors that we had in that apartment, it
was easy to open.
At the
time,
they were easy to open. So that's why I had the knife on me, because I was like, yeah, my mom.
But like, who pulled?
A
Who
knife?
just opens their locker?
Wait, hold on. What type of knife was it?
It was like
No, it wasn't a butter knife. It was a big knife.
It was like a steak knife.
It was like those long knives.
Yeah, the longest knife in the sheath. The longest knife in the sheath.
Yeah. And I just brought out my bag, because it was like, I brought out my bag, put it in the locker.
He did that shit casual. So I'm walking up to him. I see him apply a knife. I put my hands up like, hold up, it's good.
Bro, I was like, yo, chill.
Bro, I walked in the Spanish class. I'm like, yo, where my class at? I walked in. I said, the Spanish like, come sit down. We doing a lesson. I was like, yo, you want to see this knife? I'm like, yo, what are you talking about, bro?
I did not say it like that. She said, take out your book, like your notebooks and stuff. So I had to open my bag. And Tam was looking at my bag like, yo, did you bring anything? So I had to pull up, I had to put the knife to the side to pull out my notebook. So Tam see it.
Wait, you used to pull the knife out?
No, I had to pull it to the side. Oh. So when I pull it to the side, like, if you actually looking down, you can see it. So Tam looked down, Tam like, I'm like, calm down, bro. Like, you bugging. Like, I'm bugging for it. I pull out notebooks about my bag. Like, I'm just,
yo, no names, but nothing beats when you threaten the nigga, what you call it with.
Oh,
yeah, I thought that was the reason why he actually had it.
No, like, he told me something, I'll fuck you up, I'll shoot you. I'm like, You won't shoot me.
I got a whole knife here.
Like, I could really just slash you right now. Like, I'll really be Jason right now.
Like, that whole day, I did not want to go near this nigga. Like, he was just suspicious as hell.
But moving on, we're gonna ask, like, I'm gonna go around, and then we're gonna talk about like someone who inspires us, like who's our inspiration, like that one figure in our life. It could be one or two, because we have multiple people who like inspire us to do our best.
I'm gonna skip that question and throw it to another one because I only got an official one in my head.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
me too.
I'm gonna go. Which one you two gonna go first? Because I'll go first if you want me to. Alright, so
Inspiration, and so I gotta get serious, and it's, you know, I'm about to talk about a holy one, so you know I can't use no more curse words. So let's keep it PG-13 now, guys. It's real holy in here. But yeah, nah. In real talk though, I really have to say one of my biggest influences in the decisions I make and why I've been so chill now is Allah. I'm trying to get myself right. I'm trying to focus on my family. No, actually, today I didn't tell y'all though, but I actually like, I really don't care. But I just had a possible loss. I gotta actually figure out the information about that shit though. But I just had a possible.
Wait, you're not talking about your own.
No, not my aunt. Another family member. I'm not sure about that. I gotta check in on that. But yeah, but like, through all of it, I just keep praying to him. I'm trying to do my stuff, you know, trying to get out on my own, and just trying to focus on doing what he would want me to do. That's why I just been in the house like lately. I've just been trying to figure shit out and get myself right. So he been really pushing me forward. Otherwise, I'd just be, I don't know where I'd be. I'd probably be depressed.
you wanna go next? Or?
I don't know, man. Inspiration has to be my parents.
Oh yeah, that's not one.
Like, for as long as I've grown up, my mother and my father have been working in life. My mother has always been here. Like, she's been here since like 2000, but I was born here, so like, I think she came like a year before that. But for as long as I can remember, my mom has worked and always worked. Like, she takes the bus and gets around. Like, she has her license, still doesn't drive.
It really be some Haitian parents who, I mean,
like
people
my
who do
mom,
that.
we live in Union. My mom takes the bus to Newark, then to like Orange, then to Everett. I'm looking at her like she be having like 20 bags of stuff, and like I go to meet her so that she doesn't have to walk the full thing. And I'm like, you might be stronger than me, bro, because how you bring this stuff? I'm like, dang, because like
She don't ask for like for a ride to her job.
I mean, yeah, I'll do that when I can, but she'll always like my mom has been one of them. My father, like I came in like 08, and I was like 6. He has been always has worked, always has wanted me to do better. Always been an inspiration. Like my end goal, if like I can get anything, is probably to be able to make my parents stop working and let them go back to Haiti and like let them live their life. Cause I don't mean, like, no offense to America, but Haiti will keep better.
Yeah.
But that would probably be my inspiration right now.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm moving my parents out of the country too.
I got a lot of inspirations, but the first one I'm gonna start with is, alright. So the first one I'm gonna start with, like in all seriousness, I'm gonna start with my mother, because I know me and my mom, we go back and forth sometimes. We don't always get on the right page, but out of everyone I know, I have the most respect for her. Single mother. My father left by the time I was doing single mother, doing all she can, take care of me, my little brother, all of us. All of that, putting all the work, all the hard work she did to try to get me to be into like the respectful young man I am today. That's one. And I know I don't say it enough, but I do love my mother for that. I do respect her. Like any chance I get, I tell my mother. But another inspiration, my grandparents. My grandparents, they was like, when my mother was at work and all of that, when I was younger, they would watch over me, they would feed me, like they teach me Creole, all of that, like, you know, teach me like, my grandfather especially, like, and my grandmother, like we sit down, watch TV, like, yeah, laughing and all of that. Polo is a big inspiration in my life. When I was younger, Polo used to take me away from my house. And they taught me all my manners, Polo taught me how to walk. Like the way I walk, I learned from Polo the way I talk. The way I look at certain things, I have I have his viewpoint in mind when I do it. Pulley even told me how, like, just by watching him, I just know how to, like, treat a woman. I know how to treat a woman just by watching him. Because he's been with Trish for so long. So that's another person. And, there's Kulo's father, Jean. He's a big inspiration, like, on my educational life, all of that. Like, he gets at me a lot now, like, a lot. To, like, just focus on school, focus on my job, like, where I want to be in the next few years, all that. There's Polo's brother, older brother, Bunky. He's a huge inspiration to me. Another one. And, Bunky is same with Polo. Like, they was watching over me a bunch when I was little. Because they would take me out of that space and allow me to, like, you know, to interact with other people and, like, you know, told me about manners, how to do this, how to play this game, how to do that game, how to do all of it, all the stuff in the book. Every time I learned from that. And lastly, but definitely not least, Rodney is another huge inspiration. Rodney's a huge inspiration in my life. For the past 5 to 6 years, Rodney has took me under his wing, and he's been just flooding me with all this information. Like, he really is my older brother. Like, I really do have the most respect for him. Like, he's at the top of that list. And I'm like, I know it gets him like upset now, but like now I start listening to him more and start thinking more, like all that.
Oh my God!
Before, like,
should have been listening from get-go, bro.
From senior, alright, from sophomore year to junior year to that summer going into senior year. Cause senior year is when I really started like, alright, what Rodney's telling me is like, alright, I gotta think about, okay, what would Rodney do at this point? What would Rodney
And the sad thing, we used to say the same thing. So you heard it twice and did not listen twice, bro.
And that's one thing about me, I'm really stubborn. Like, it might not look like it, but I am really stubborn. If I got my mindset on one thing, I'm doing it that way.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
And yeah, so those are like the 5 to 6 inspirations in my life that, like, without them, there really wouldn't be any Braille, no Cairo, no none of that. Without them, I don't know where I'd be at right now.
I'm gonna go next. My first inspiration is actually my mom. What's it called? Basically, what's it called? As I grow up, I go with the mindset: you come in, you come out. But my mom, she been doing it. What's it called? Since I was young. My father, she separated from my father when I was 4. And my stepfather came in. And she left, so she been doing it by herself, all by herself. Since what's it called? She been by herself. I didn't get no Christmas gift. If I asked for this, it would be like 2 years late in, and I'll get it, but I was still appreciative.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but this don't sound like this is like.
Yo, this was season good.
Yeah, like, it don't sound good. It sounds like you're resentful.
No,
Make them listen.
Yeah, so basically, what's it called? I took that like, I can't be like that. I got, what's it called, you know, push forward, and then what's it called, so she don't have to keep working hard for herself. So my first job, the first check, gave her the whole 500. What's it called? Straight like that. And then what's it called? Then each time I get a check, I give her partially the money because like she deserved the most. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, that's mostly it. It's my mom.
I love your story. I just got one question, brother.
What?
Just got one question. What's that on your face, brother?
Is this like?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna talk about it later. You got
All right, so
I was have inspiration, but I have I'm trying to read the question.
no,
We about to go with?
I'm about to give us the last question of the
Yeah,
show.
let's read it.
All right. So the last question of the show is when did we start like respecting each and every member of this band? And I'm gonna start with, so I'm gonna do mine quick because I already gave the reason why I started respecting you. When I started respecting K, this man K, it was him. All right, so sophomore year, we had a little group chat, and like I was the odd one out because I was the only one who didn't experience a bunch of stuff like the others experienced. So there was only 2 people who was constantly on my side, K-Sean and Trey. But Trey was in Linden now, so he wasn't really around like that. So it was just me and K. So one day, it was like another female trouble, and it was like, it wasn't as much as trouble.
Nah, but that's the gist of every story, though.
It was like,
Somehow.
it was like, I knew that I wanted to be with Milky Way. And it was just like,
I heard that name.
it was like, yeah, I wanted to be with Milky Way, so I was like, alright. So I told the guys in the group chat, like, yeah, I'm being with Milky Way. I talked to Rodney about it, I talked to Kay about it, I talked to Polo about it. And the other guys in the chat, they was like, nah, you shouldn't do it because, you know, she's too upright, she's too mature, she's like all of this. And I'm thinking about like, that's not bad things. If she's mature, she has a head on her shoulders, she's not willing to like, if she's not out on these streets, she's good. So apparently she don't belong to the streets. She don't belong to these streets. So basically they trying
Come on,
to
home, right?
she belongs to the Lockeye. Like, and they basically telling me like, this is all bad. K-Sean comes through, he's like, yo, this is not bad. And he's actually doing this, and I'm here to support him every step of the way. And what did he do? He was with me every step of the way when the others wasn't. Others gave up, like after that first step, they gave up like, damn, this is too far, and they walked off. K-Sean was there every step of the way, through every like turmoil, everything.
My fault. Was I in this group chat?
You was not in the group.
Okay.
But I was in the group chat. The thing is, you should know Milky Way. Or at least
I know that. I'm just talking about the group chat. I'm talking about
Yeah.
the group chat.
So
Continue the story, brother.
you want me in the group chat as well.
Nobody would
Cause
tell
like he
me.
made it so like
That should stop after the big bitch shit.
Yeah, so that's when I was like, alright, this is really like he was already a great friend to me, but this is, I guess it's where like we solidified each other like as best friends. Like it was like, alright, if he's willing to go to the ends of the earth with me, no fag, I'm willing to do the same thing. I'll go to hell and back. I'll walk through hell and back for this man right here. And that's just how I started respecting him. And like every time like I get into any situation, like I need a second opinion, he's the first person I call. So we're gonna elevate to Najumba right here. There's two reasons why I respect this man right here. There's two reasons. The first reason, this is why I respect him on the court. It was one day we was at 69 and none of us could buy a bucket. Jumba picked the team. Like, he was really Moses, and he was carrying us.
I ain't gonna lie, I did use that book back in my back.
The score was 11-2. 8 minutes past, the score is 13-11.
I don't know which game is that, bro.
And the Jumba has all 13 of his points by himself. And I was just like, damn, this nigga right here, man, he love bucket. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, I gotta keep him on my team. I was like, nah, I gotta keep him on my team, and I gotta score. So after that, we gonna start scoring after that, of course. But I was just like, yo, this nigga right here, you bucket, like, he tough.
Different.
And off the court, when I started respecting the Jumba, alright, so I didn't have Kay to talk to. Because me and Kay didn't go to the same school. This is when I left my school. I left Orange. And I was bouncing around, and I ended up in Kansas. I didn't really have someone to like, you know, talk to. That's Kansas. I'm not about to sit here and make new friends. I had Sheldon because you know that's family, but Sheldon's all doing his own thing. So when I met the Jumba, like we was in the same boat. Like, oh, it's like once a day. It was like every day we talk about like a manga chapter.
Fairy tale.
We talk about fairy tale.
Yeah, every single time.
Every single day we came to
French.
class. We had French class talking about it. But then it was like, then it started being like, yo, we gotta hang out at school one day. And then, you know me, like, when I'm going back to Orange, I'm walking to Orange. And that's when we used to have the best talks. And then there was one conversation, I was just feeling, man, come on, you know what, he's part of the game right now, so I'm gonna fill him in on the whole Milky Way situation. I'm filling him in, and he's talking to me, I'm like, I'm trying to look for some headphones, and I'm like, yo, is Rodney like, plugged into him or something?
Now I gonna count the Jumbo Doobie was doing
And
that.
then
though. Spit facts.
And then there was a situation at the church. I don't know if you remember this, but me and Milky got to like a little argument. And the first person to like put their arm around my shoulder, it wasn't Rodney, it wasn't Dean, it wasn't Kay, it was Jumba. He came over, put him to the side. He was like, "Alright, you can't calm me down. Like, I'm pretty sure if I ever get angry, these two are the only ones who can calm me down. And I rarely get angry, but that rare occasion when I do get mad, I'm heated, I'm ready to talk, I'm ready to burst. These two right here, I can always trust them to like pull me down, get me back into that level. But yeah, he pulled me back, and then I went back and I talked to him when he was talking, and I just basically said everything that me and you were talking about, and he was straight.
I'm starting to fully remember it now. I remember. Now I definitely remember. Holy.
Alright, so
The long ass walk, bro.
and I move on from June to him. When I started respecting you,
Oh my God.
There's always a pause.
like, damn.
We got nothing but respect for you, too.
I have nothing but respect for him, but
You can't
It's-
pinpoint, but
it's
like,
It's like, I have it now, but it's just.
no, Tan had to earn my respect. That's how I am with everybody. You gotta earn my respect before you cool with me. That's just how it is. Cause I'm not about to sit here and be like, I'm not about to sit here and start laughing with you. I keep and I'm going back and talking behind your back. I would never do that to someone I respect. So it was 8th grade, and it's my first year in OPA. Everybody's going crazy because a teacher had lost their iPad or something.
Tablet.
Tablet, iPad, something. They was blaming Tan. They put all the blame on Tan. So at times Tan was part of my clique. So I'm like, if people now, I gotta go down with him. And I was thinking about like, yo, I gotta save this guy from the trouble that he's about to get in. So I'm gonna go do some research. I'm gonna go talk to principals, all of that. And I was looking at the camera. I'm like, yo, there's no way in hell this man took it. So we went to me, Gerson, and I think it was Kay and Rob. We went to Tan's house the next, like that, right after school. Went to Tan's house, brought him outside, and we talked to him. He's like, yo, we broke it down and we like, yo, people accusing you. To the point where, like, we was talking to Tan, and he had broke down. Tan did break down.
Yeah.
He broke down, started crying, because he was like, damn, these niggas really got my back. We was making sure.
Just thinking about it now.
So, Tan earned my respect because I was like, yo, if he's willing to take the blame for someone else who was ready to like just dip off on him, because mind you, as soon as the other accomplice came up, he left, he put Tan there, he snitched on all of that. He said it was Tan all of that, he put the blame on Tan. Mind you, it wasn't neither of them. So they put the blame on Tan, all of that. They was ready to spend Tan, expel him, all of that. We fought for Tan to make sure that he would stay in the school. We fought for his innocence and all of that. Ever since then, it was just like, damn, if he's really willing to back somebody up who clearly has no respect for him and no loyalty to him, what would he do with someone who shows him the respect, the love, and the loyalty? So I just started opening up to Tan, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, what's it called? I was gonna mention that story. What's it called? Yeah, so basically, 8th grade, what's it called? When I started OPA, I learned that when you transition to the school, you won't have the same friends, and what's it called? People change. So what's it called? Like, Rel, K-Sean was like a part of the clique and stuff, but like I mostly was with AJ half the time. Oh, he long gone. So like,
He gonna come back to Cali.
I was mostly what's it called with AJ? What's it called? Having that? No, respect. What's it called? So like somehow, what's it called? The teacher lost his tablet, and I know who did it. But at the time, he was part of a strong group. Let's say that. And if I did that, that would have been my butt. It would be over. What's it called? So I kept my mouth shut. But what's it called? Apparently, all the blame came towards me. Still, it was called because basically the tablet went missing on Friday, and I came with some pair of KDs on Monday. Brand new pair. Like I had the receipt. I'm telling you, I had the receipt and everything. Like, nah, you stole the tablet, selling and all that. What's it called? So, what's it called? They knocked on my door, K-Sean. Like the whole clique knocked on my door.
wasn't a whole thing.
Well, yeah, it was like, what's it called?
It was me, you, and Ralph
Robert
Gerson.
Gerson, yeah. So that, what's it called? Gerson stared me down.
Yeah.
So Gerson stared me down, and it was just called, like, yo, did you really do it? I'm like, I'm laughing and stuff. I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, no, did you not? And that was all. They started pressing me to the spot. I broke down. Like, they was really trying to get the truth. I'm like, no, I didn't steal it. So what's it called? That's when I knew, like, these guys had my back for real. Because what's it called? Next thing you know, AJ was never heard from. And that's when, I came with the mindset, people will always come in and it will always come out. But true friends will stay by you.
I'm gonna piggyback because I feel like we should go, everybody get an opinion to that one person and then we continue. I'm gonna go with 10. My respect from 10 comes for his attitude. I know it sounds weird, but like 10, like for example, if we playing like any type of sport, anything, 10 is the most energetic person there. Even though 10 is probably not the physically most strongest of the best player.
Whoa!
We gotta be truthful. We gotta be truthful.
Wait. So let's not pretend that I do the most hearts on defense.
See, if you shut up for a moment, I'll be able to get to that.
Alright, go ahead.
But yeah, he done fucked it up. But pretty much yes. Even though he's not physically the best or the most skilled player, he is one of the most persistent.
He's the heart and soul.
Yeah, he becomes the heart and soul of any team that he's part of, and always seeing that, especially when I'm playing and I get tired after a while, and I don't have to rely on defense as much because I have somebody like this on my team. And you kind of appreciate that more, because especially I used to hate when like other people pick me up, and then like now I gotta play offense and defense while you doing bullshit on one side or the other. And now it's like I don't got I don't gotta rely. I don't have somebody to rely on.
Now you got somebody else that can take kind of the pressure.
Yeah, like now I have less to worry about, and is able to make me perform better. And not only that, Tam was just always there when I needed him.
Nah, it was definitely, because this nigga used to just have me. Yo, once Tan started being in the paint, yo, I swear to God, I could just jump freely and shit. And they used to have me playing the tallest niggas ever. Like, yo, I'm 5'11". I'm 5'11".
So you could pick.
I'm
choose to.
I'm about to pay you back, yo.
Well, my man's tall.
Oh, I thought it was his turn. I thought you were.
So you get everybody.
I didn't go.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
take
take it to 10.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
That's why I take my turn out my hands. You know, it's like, but like, yeah, like basically what you said, your attitude towards everything gotta be more why I respect you, yo. It can be anything, you just bring in extra energy, bro. I love it. I fucking love it, yo. But sometimes it get on my nerves. That's why I be yelling.
You get
at you.
rewarded when Tam's with your team.
Yeah, like
yo, you can do something simple, but he's yelling already. It's like, bro,
not
like,
even just playing sports. Like when you're in a conversation, bro, you just brings the goofiness to the conversation, yo. It's just like
you can have a dry conversation with Tam around.
No, yeah, most definitely.
By law, you can.
So
I think my when I first gained respect, I'll go with Kayshawn. I think I first gained respect with Kayshawn when I found out he had a big brother.
don't say it like that. When you found out Kay was in a healthy relationship, we can't be like he had a big brother because it sounds like you trying to make my man's Kay look like he a little brother from the people.
No,
You're not trying to
but
do
you
that.
know the meaning behind it.
They don't know
like,
the
they
meaning.
don't.
They don't know the meaning.
That when I found out, I was like, dang, he got his head up. He not like all y'all. Well, besides the gym, he not like both of y'all.
What?
No, not like him. Not like him.
I know you're not talking.
We not about to talk about you.
That's a whole different argument.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
difference. Let him continue.
But finding out that he was in a healthy relationship, and like I think I was in a relationship at the time, I was like, dang, I could actually go this way with my problems. Like, dang, I hear this problem. I'm like, dang, I agree with this, bro. Because things ain't easy out here, bro. When you're in a relationship, it ain't easy, bro. But I think that's when I gained my most respect for Kay. And then seeing it on the court too, definitely gained respect.
Alright, so you can choose one more person. So, well, two actually. Since you can finish off with me in June, since we already did 10.
Alright, when I get to June, I forgot that story because it was just automatic. I saw it. I'm like,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Off rip, I respect
So
you.
you know, I was
I had respect, bro. Like,
so you can just skip over it if you don't have a story.
for real, when I give respect, ooh, I don't know. I think it took some time. it's not that you were like a bad person or anything. It's like that. But I was reading some of these stories and some of the stupid decisions he was making. I was like, yeah.
This guy's not doing it, man.
He's not doing it. I was like, bro. Like, cause we was telling you, I think everybody was telling you at one point what you needed to be doing. And when in the one ear, it went out the other. I don't know. So, but I think probably camp was, probably a little bit before that camp. That was when I fully gained, like, yeah, he got my respect. Like, I could see him, like, I'll talk to you, I'll talk to you about anything, ask you anything, bro. You got my respect and everything.
I lost, what's it called, my respect for June. What's it called? I think it was like senior year, what's it called, after graduation. What's it called? June, what's it called, graduated before all of us, if I'm correct, right? Yeah, and like, what's it called, he went to Essex. And then what's it called, like, I found out later on that, what's it called, like, you know, he dropped out, and like, what's it called, he told me the reason why. He like, oh, you know, what's it called, I got a job to do, what's it called, then I'm gonna build credit. You got credit, what's it called, I'm gonna get a house and line. Basically, the reason why he was
still in progress, don't worry.
But basically, what's it called, like, he dropped out, but he had a plan. Like, what's it called, because of that, like, what's it called, I feel out like in the jumbo, what's it called, you know, it's a guy what's it called, who always think and always have what's it called backup to everything. So what's it called, I took off from that.
You got 2 more to do.
Let me see.
Last
You got another question? Is that the final one?
This is the final question. So that's the final question is always going to take. One thing about us, the final question is always going to be like our longest one, the one that we always can stay on, so that we can go around the people in the room, like everybody in the room.
They still gotta get real
questions.
Yeah. So for you, you have me and Kay left because I believe that you did Urban already, right?
No, I ain't do it.
All right. So you have Urban and me and Kay. So you should go with Urban with the 1, 2.
I see me and K like I'm not K.
So
What's it called? My most respect for Urban. I ain't doing the cap. What's it called? When we went to PYD and this guy Urban was in the car, I'm like, yo, who is this guy sitting here just listening to our shit, bro? Like, no offense, bro. I'm like, yo, you take up the space, bro. But then I'm like, and then what's it called now? But when we start, what's it called? But when we start venting our stories and then he start having his voice, I'm like, yo, this guy knows what's up, bro. What's going on? It's like he's not like Ronnie, but like I can come to him too. So what's it called? And then like it's the fact that I built that trust. What's it called? We built that trust, you know, to just let it all out without having the fear of it going to someone, stuff like that. So that's what's it called. That showed the loyalty and respect. What's it called? Respect I got for him. And what's it called? I did for y'all too, though. I did for y'all too. What's it called? The kind of situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. Basically us two right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he done.
Alright, so it's June.
Well, even though Herb is kind of the same thing, I feel like the way Herb always held himself, like, that's what made me always respect Herb. It's not that like I don't have a story because there's really no need a story because as it's immediate
videos.
I'm about to say it's just immediate respect out of Herb, the way he just is. But I did tell him K. One thing I like about K is he's very a very aggressive person. It's not bad.
It's not bad, but like he will hold his ground even though he's wrong.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
he make you think, yo, that's a little wrong. That gonna be good. But cause like, I'm saying like, I know I'm not crazy.
This is the only guy I know that like he knows.
But this me and K argue. I'm ball break and he be trying to make me say,
No, but the thing,
no,
the thing is like K. It gets to the point I don't care anymore. Like, that's what K does.
He gonna have the
K's
last
gonna
word no matter what.
K's the only guy I know that's wrong but can make it stubby. That's the only guy I know that can make it stubby. I don't get how the hell you get. He's just too persistent. It's like, bro, like
You can't give up.
like I don't know, man. I don't get how that works. Cause like I'm trying to like logically put stuff in it. Like he'll say some shit that makes sense. And he'll throw some bullshit, but like he is so confident in it to the point it's like, bro, like is he?
Man.
And
I'll
right?
leave the information like, yo, you never heard about this? Like, now you sound stupid. Yo, did I really just believe this guy?
And with Rel, Rel I met in French. We already know, blah blah blah. We used to watch, we used to read fairy tales. We'd talk about it. But one thing I liked about Rel, and I always noticed, Rel brings attention to himself very well. He's able to like have people around him, as you see right here, with the greatest of ease. Like bro, I stopped going to church for how long? And I don't know how. I remember the first day he kept on asking me. I kept on trying to be like, nah, I ain't trying to go.
Is that a time what's it called?
And then
and I fell asleep, and y'all want to post me on social media?
Yeah, well, not that, but
first time.
But I ended up in church, and I ended up actually in the Sunday service over here. I remember I had to wear your pants, right? I said, I don't really give a fuck. I had to wear it because I had some shorts on. And it was like Sunday, bro. It's like, bro, you ain't about to go in there. He had some extra pair of slacks and everything. But it was like I was at the church, and I'm like, why am I here? Because I don't go to church. And I was just trying to figure out how the hell did he manage to make me come to church. And ever since then, I'm like, bro, the fact that he's able to like just grab people and just bring them with him is a type of
yeah. I don't know how, but like you can tell yourself like, I don't want. You can tell yourself that I don't want to go outside. Man, you get your ass on, man. Stop being.
I talk to anyone differently.
I'm about to say I don't think we were. That was backfire actually. Because now you challenge me.
It goes 10, and I need to go to church. Like. One thing about me is, and I think this is why I went at Youth of the Month, because I brought so many people with me.
That's exactly why. That's why I was surprised when you wanted. And the reason why Ronnie told you that would confirm it. Because I'm like, that made so much sense. Like,
Ronnie and Lotus, they both came up. They told me, yo, you won Youth of the Month because you do so much fellowship that even all the older members of the church, they can't match up to you. Like, you bring in your friends here. Like, some of them, they don't come to church. They never thought about, like, they never thought about seeing themselves like, yeah, I'm being church and I'm actually going to be vibing with this song. I'm actually going to be like, you know, like talking to all these other people. I'm like, you just make them comfortable. Because like, for example, one day I brought Kay to church with me. And Kay is like, we had two different religions.
That's what I was about to say. He means to bring a Muslim to church.
So I'm
bringing a Muslim to church.
So I brought him to my church. I'm like, all right. And this, like, I told Cave right off the jump, I was like, yo, I'm not going to press you to come. Just come one day. Just come one day. I need to come one day. One Sunday. Because you've been here through all the fun stuff. I need to come here on Sunday. One day. If you like it, come back the next Sunday. You can keep coming back every Sunday until there's one Sunday. Like, if you're not coming this Sunday, you don't got to come back any other Sunday. That's all I need you to do. It was one Sunday. And Kay Golden. It was one Sunday we was there, we singing in front of Ronnie. Irvin and Irvin start singing. They start singing Freedom. And then they start singing Freedom. And then, so I'm just, you know me, I'm in church, I'm just nodding my head, I'm chilling. Kay tapping his foot. Kay tapping his foot. Irvin start getting to the nose. Kay go. Kay started dancing. And then Irvin's like, I want to sing a little louder than before that. You hear Kay right next to me singing with Irvin. I'm like, yeah, I think he'll like it. And Joe, I'm like, yo. There's two things I told Joe. I was like, you need to be at service. Well, one, I think this is the only reason why I was able to hit June to come into a second service.
Yeah, I think you guilt tripped the fuck out of me.
I didn't guilt trip him. I told him, yo, in order for you to play in the tournament, you have to be at least 5 to 7 services.
That's the reason you came to church?
5 to 7 services. That's the first thing I told him.
Nah, that was one of the things, but you did make it sound like you.
No.
That's very neat.
And then the second thing I told him this close to the same thing I told Kay. I'm like, yo, if this is not your type of thing, I'm not gonna keep forcing you to come. We can get you in the tournament on PYD alone, but I just want you to like experience the services. Like that's all I want you to do. Like you don't like it, you don't gotta come no more. It don't matter to me. But I need to save gas for you.
But you slowly did guilt trip me. The reason why I say that is because like it was like you can come to PYD, but you can't go to church. And he's like, oh, you could. I'm like,
that's the line. So you can go to PYD, you can have fun, but you can't come to Lakers.
Yeah, I'm like,
but for 10, getting 10 to come to church, 10, you see, man, 10 will tell me I'm going to be here on Sunday. Sunday come, I'm at 10 door. Oh, so they Sunday? They get dressed. And Taylor be like, I'm gonna get dressed, wait. I'll come inside, I'll sit down, I'll wait for him. I'll watch him play 2K. Cause mind you, it's Sunday school. I don't care about getting him to Sunday school. As long as I get him to second service, I'm green. So I'm saying like this, I'm saying, you know, church shoes all out. Ed, 11 o'clock. Get on game, we gotta go. I said, what? Get on game, we gotta go. He's like, yo, I can't go, it's too loud. Hey, just come up, let's go. His mom walk in, his mom like, what's going on? I'm trying to maintain the church.
Yeah.
Right then and there, bro, it was over anyway. Most of the main reason I went to Real Church was to go eventually, bro, is my mom church, bro. It's straight crayon, bro. So it's the fact that I don't understand them, I'm there. What's it called? And the Sunday school, no offense to my church, my old church, it's not organized and not up to par unless you with the teens. They have it organized. But I remember one day I fell asleep on that joint and I was just knocked out. The pastor stopped everything and pointed me out I don't know what he's saying, Creole, but I'm wording it how I felt like young child of God, come up front. Now I got the whole church looking at me, walk up to the front of the seat just to sleep again.
So we're gonna wrap it up with K right here.
Yo, what's my respect for already?
You said they respected June,
10.
and Urban.
Alright, so yeah. Alright, so I go with you, then I say why I respect myself too, right?
No, I'll say why I respect you.
But why? Alright. I like your shoes too, though.
That's so crazy. So,
alright. It's basically the same shit you just said about me. This nigga, this fine young gentleman, been with me through thick and thin, through the shit, through my relationships, through when I'm just angry and I just want to beat up on everybody, because I had them anger management phases. You remember them? I was classes yo, it's lunchtime. Niggas asking me, okay, why you look so upset? Don't talk to me. But yo, everything, he always had some way. I just go outside, the nigga find some way to make me laugh. Now I can't be upset. Now I gotta go to court and ball with niggas. He was just always a positive influence in my life. So automatically he had respect from me.
The last part of the show, when I started respecting you, I think I already said it, but
Yeah,
to wrap it
I
up,
said it.
yeah, I just said it. So anyway, that's the end of the podcast.
Yeah, tune in next week.
Next week we'll have Ronnie on the show.
Then we having guests. We're gonna have our big dude here about hold on, my pants. Let me sit my ass back down.
Next show we're gonna have Ronnie on the next show, and we're basically gonna be talking about the God Code, all of that. And I can't fully say what we're about to talk to.
Just tune in, bro. Just tune
Tune in.
in.
It's a good show. If you like this, my pants feel weird again. Hold on.